2. Hello, I'm Dana Cowley. Welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. My guest today is John Cooper. He's the Director of Yakima Valley Tourism. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
You are working hard to try to put a little oomph back into the statewide tourism industry.
Yes, unfortunately back in July of 2011, the legislature, because of budget cuts, eliminated our state tourism office. So the industry formed the Washington Tourism Alliance. And since then, we've been keeping some small marketing efforts going, like a website and working with the Lodging Association in producing a visitor's guide. But we've never been anywhere near what we've been in the past in regards to marketing. So we've been working on a long-term funding model to get us back in the tourism game. The average state tourism office or tourism entity spends, somewhere about $14 million a year. British Columbia is at $50 million a year.
Wow.
Oregon's over $13 million. And right now, Washington State, we're under $400,000.
Wow.
So we are losing market share when it comes to visitors. And when you consider there's about 155,000 people in this state employed in tourism, and visitors generate $1 billion, we don't want to see that further loss. And it's very important for our state economy as well as for our taxes that visitors generate to supply and do services for all of our citizens. So we've been working on the plan, and we're looking at introducing legislation in Olympia to rebuild the funding model back for us.
When you're looking at other states that fund this heavily, where those states really rely on tourism, tell us how you compare and contrast now that we don't have that funding.
You know, we did some research, and we found that the average state saw growth in the past year or two, almost in double digits, in tourism spending and visitors. Michigan specifically, which has a wonderful campaign called Pure Michigan, saw amazing growth as a result of their marketing efforts. We saw very slight growth, maybe 2-3%, compared to the average state was at 5-7%. So what we're concerned about is that we're losing market share. While we've got great assets in the state, people that see or hear about other states are probably going there: Oregon, Montana, British Columbia, or Arizona. I mean, if you're not out there marketing, just because you have great assets doesn't mean people will just automatically come. So that's why we're working on putting together a package to bring to the legislature so we can get back in the tourism game seriously and build our tourism economy.
And for Yakima specifically, Yakima's always enjoyed the benefit of a steady, good tourism industry. How would people here benefit from what you're trying to accomplish?
You know, we can only reach so far with our limited budget, and we're predominantly focusing on the state and closer in markets, maybe Portland or British Columbia. But when you have a state tourism entity and a program, you're able to get a greater bang for the buck and reach. Whereas the state office could be able to work on bringing international visitors in or visitors from Western states that I can't do. And I can piggyback on their programs and work with their marketing efforts to bring visitors to the valley.
And marketing, communications, news, it's all changed so much with social media. How will you use the new media to go out and market all the things that you have? You
know, when we do form a state program, that will be very front and center. The ability for us to reach out to the marketplace, because you've got social media channels, you've got various social media influencers that can influence travel activity, whether it be Instagram or whether it be Facebook or whether it be direct marketing. So it's going to be very crucial when we have our state program again, because it's what a lot of states are doing now to effectively reach the consumer.
All right, John. Well, I wish you the best of luck with
you.
These efforts. And thank you so much for joining us on the show. This is John Cooper. He's the Director of Yakima Valley Tourism, and we thank you for watching. I'm Dana Cowley, and this is Charter Local Edition Northwest.